Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back discussing an alternate cut of Godzilla Minus One. Alternate Cuts is the series in which Jason and I discuss alternate versions of various films. This month's theme for Monthly Theme Thursday is Godzilla, so we're sticking with that. I initially watched the original colorized Japanese version of Godzilla Minus One, and then I even filmed a review for it. It was scheduled for last Thursday, the first Thursday of this month. But then, as I mentioned in the video you actually saw last Thursday, I ended up replacing my Godzilla Minus One review with Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. That's because Jason and I decided to cover an alternate cut of Godzilla Minus One in this series. In preparation for these videos, we watched Godzilla Minus One Minus Color. Released last year in 2023, Godzilla Minus One is the newest Godzilla movie from Toho. Many fans already claim it's the best Godzilla film since the original, and some even have it ranked higher than that one. I definitely get it. Minus One is a masterpiece. Godzilla Minus One Minus Color is the black and white version of that masterpiece. That's the difference. That's the alternate cut. The black and white version Jason and I have is also dubbed in English. As stated, I had first watched the original colorized Japanese version with English subtitles. Then I watched the original colorized English dubbed version. Regardless of the language, both of those are simply known as Godzilla Minus One. This English dubbed version in black and white is Godzilla Minus One Minus Color. Now, I was planning on reviewing this movie all over again for this video, even though I had already reviewed it once. But now, even despite deleting that video and replacing it with a different review, I don't think I'm going to review Godzilla Minus One here. That's not the point of this series. This isn't a traditional review. Alternate Cuts is an opportunity to discuss differences. I will focus a little more on that though. First of all, I think the English dub is fantastic. That's certainly not always the case with a lot of films. More often than not, the dubbing is terrible. The English dub for Godzilla Minus One and Godzilla Minus One Minus Color is probably the best dubbing I've ever heard. The voices actually, realistically, match the characters. That's huge because, like I said, that's almost never the case. Also, the dialogue not matching the mouths completely is somehow not all that jarring. For the most part, the characters look like they're saying what we're hearing. Truthfully, as hard as it is for even me to believe, I may actually prefer the English dub over the original Japanese. I'd say 99 times out of 100, I prefer the original language of a movie, and rather just read English subtitles. With Godzilla Minus One though, the dubbing is so good that I'm able to pay attention to other things in the film. I don't have to spend the full 2 hours and 6 minutes reading the bottom of the screen. Now, as for the main attraction with this alternate cut, the black and white. Unlike movies from a different era, like the original Godzilla from 1954, Godzilla Minus One Minus Color uses a black and white filter. I mean, it is completely black and white, but it somehow feels like you're watching a colorized movie. I know that sounds like a contradiction, but that's my opinion on it. It's a more stylized black and white, and it's beautiful. The movie works so well, minus color, that I actually don't know which I prefer. I guess it will probably depend on my mood for whether or not I decide to watch the colorized version or the black and white when I rewatch this in the future. Watching Godzilla -1 and Godzilla -1 minus color are two separate experiences. Both versions, however, are amazing. The human storyline is probably one of, if not the best in the entire franchise. I love that Godzilla -1 and Godzilla -1 minus color are period pieces. I hadn't thought about it before, but when I was watching it this time, it dawned on me. The events in this movie take place before the events in the first Godzilla film. I found that pretty interesting. That means, chronologically, Godzilla -1 and Godzilla -1 minus color is the first appearance of Godzilla. The design of the monster in this is incredible. It's probably my second favorite design of Godzilla, only behind the original. There's just something about that 1954 design that I'll always love most. This 2023 look comes very close though. And yes, both colorized and minus color. I really can't decide between the different versions. All of them are worth watching, and I'm glad to have them in my collection. Colorized Godzilla -1 versus Godzilla -1 minus color is a truly epic battle. And the great thing about both versions existing is the fact that we have alternate cuts. Please be sure to check out Jason's video as well to hear his thoughts on Godzilla -1 minus color. Have you seen the black and white version? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. Which alternate cut of which movie will we discuss next? Check back soon to find out. Until then, remember, physical media matters. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.